March 26th, 1877, Herzog, Kansas. Geliebte Tochter Anna, it is late, and the house is quiet. The others are asleep, but I sit by the candle with your letter in my hands, reading it once more. Even across this great distance, your words bring you near. I close my eyes and picture you at your table, pen in hand, the fire warming your face. Has your special angel arrived yet? I pray that I will meet my new grandchildren someday. Anna, do not worry about the Indians. They do not raid our towns as the Kirghiz once did. There was trouble years ago, before we arrived, when settlers and the Cheyenne clashed to the north. The fear still lingers among some, but in truth, we have little reason to be concerned. There are greater worries that weigh upon us now: the land to tame, the prairie winds, the work of building something that lasts. But we press on, as we always have. Elizabeth sends her love. She was at my side when I read your letter, and I saw the tears in her eyes when you spoke of your mother. The love between a mother and her child is not so easily dimmed by time. You are right. Elizabeth raised you after Mutter's passing, cared for you as her own, but she never wished to take Barbara's place in your heart, only to honor her by loving the children she left behind. I remember my own father feeling as you do. He was only 5 when his father was taken from him, raised by his mother's new husband, Herr Keebler, yet he never forgot the man who gave him his name. I am grateful you keep Mutter's memory alive for your children, just as I have carried my own father's memory in my heart. You ask what grows here, in this land so different from our own. Mein Kind, the soil in Kansas is rich, dark, full of promise. We planted wheat in the fall, and soon the fields will be green with new life. We sowed the hardy wheat we brought from Russia, turkey red, strong enough to endure the harsh winters and the dry summers. We also planted some corn and potatoes. The rains have been kind, and though the winters are bitter, we endure. Mit Gottes Hilfe, we always endure. The worst of our first winter is behind us, and with Easter only a week away, we are reminded that after the darkest days, new life always comes. And speaking of new life, Anna, you are eine Tante once more. In December, Hans Peter and Martha welcomed a daughter, Margareta, just like Georg's little one. 2 kleine Margaretas in the family. But this Margareta, she is the first of our brown kin born on American soil, the first in over a century to take her first breath somewhere other than Russia. I long for the day when all my grandchildren might meet, when Anton, Clemens, and Georg's little Margareta can play beside their cousins, free from the weight of this distance. If only they could grow up together. But such joys are not ours to plan, only to hope for, and trust in God's time. With our family growing, it is time to think of a new house. This sod home has sheltered us well, but it is small and will not last forever. When the weather allows, we will begin building a proper home, something strong enough to stand against the winds and the storms. We are also preparing for the construction of a stone church. Soon we will no longer gather at the cross or in Herr Dreiling's home. We will have a true house of God, built from the very earth of this new land. Pray for us, Anna, that we may have the strength to see it through. This new country is unlike anything we knew in Russia. Here, the people themselves choose their leaders. Can you imagine, Anna, what life might have been if such a thing were possible at home? If we could have lifted our own voices, and sent the Tsar and his officials away? They have elected a new president here, chosen by the citizens, while our poor Russia still struggles under the heavy hand of the Tsar. Hans Peter and I have already applied to be citizens. Perhaps in time, we too may lend our voices to the choosing of an American president. I picture you reading these words as I write them. Do you still run your fingers across the page as if to hold them closer? I do the same with yours. Until your next letter reaches me, know that every night I ask the Mother Goddess to keep you safe. With love, dein Vater, Joseph.